Okay, stop. I am a 43-year-old transgender woman. I'm homeless, and this car right now is my shelter for the day. My fiance lent it to me back in August. Today's date is October the 19th, 2025. Um, it's keeping me out of the rain right now. In just over a week, I'm going to be giving it back to my fiance, and I have a date coming up in a couple of days that's going to decide my future. I'm fighting for the right to be a mother to my child, and also to reunite with my fiance. But I don't think that it's going to go very well because I'm up against a lot of adversity. So when that date comes, when I give the car back, I'm also simultaneously going to be leaving the women's shelter that I'm currently staying at and going to live out in the forest where I'd lived for 550 plus days. And I used to live in a swamp before I had gotten into the shelter back in August. But I'm going to be moving to a mountaintop just outside of the city, a few clicks out out in the wilderness. And that's where I'm going to be living. So to be clear, the women's shelter gave me a deadline of October the 21st, where I need to either win my right to come back and live with my fiance, or on October the 31st, on Halloween, I'm going to be cast out of the shelter and I'm going to be unsheltered homeless. And I don't use any drugs of any kind or anything like that, and I don't associate with the other people that are also homeless and stuff, so I don't go into the encampments or anything like that. I prefer to stay by myself. Doing that, I go outside of the city, and I can, be away from society and stuff, and I don't have to deal with the risks of having other people around, especially people that are using drugs and stuff or alcohol. And my only thing that I really have to deal with out there is wildlife. I got attacked numerous times over the past year, and that's actually why I had gone to the women's shelter in the first place, was because the bears were getting out of hand, and it was just getting dangerous. So I'm not just going to be homeless. I'm not just going to be living outside. I'm going to be living outside, out in the wilderness, outside of the city, on a mountaintop, around wild animals, and in the winter. Yeah, it's going to be tough. So the thing that adds a bit of a challenge for me is I have no family, and I don't have any friends or anything like that. I do have a job that I have to get to every morning, which also delays me in getting out into the forest until the sun sets. But it's a very difficult life. It's very challenging, and you always have to be on point. But one thing that does keep me going is, my love for my fiance and my daughter. And there's something that I always wanted to do ever since I was a child. I always wanted to take ballet. For $350, I'd be able to enroll myself into class, and also be able to get the outfit and the shoes and stuff like that I would need. But the income that I do make, I donate it for support to my fiance and for my daughter, as they're more important than I am. So while it would only be $350 that would be needed for me to be able to do that, my money is better served for them than it is for me. But that doesn't need to stop me. I've had like hobbies and stuff like that that I had packed up on while I was living out in the swamp. And one thing that I could do is I could learn by myself, at least for now. I don't know what the future holds for me, but it would be fun, you know, and give me something to do. I'd never become as good as somebody who takes a class or anything like that, but I can at least try. And it's going to be winter pretty soon, so it's not like I'd be able to, you know, buy ballet shoes or anything like that. I'll probably be wearing insulated rubber boots and be learning to dance and everything and practicing on ice and in snow. So there is a bit of a risk to it, slips and falls and things. I've got a scar here. I've got a scar here, a scar here, a scar here, a scar here. I've had some injuries and stuff that have already happened to me. I've got a broken collarbone that's been broken for quite a long time. I have full use of my arm and stuff, but you know, it's something that I've always wanted to do. Ever since I was a child, when I was young, I used to walk around on my tippy toes, and my parents would scream at me for it and tell me to stop doing that. I never told them why I was doing it. It was because I wanted to become a ballerina. They never would have accepted that. Not at all. But it's something that I always wanted to do. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it by myself if I have to. So yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. My plan is, like before when I was younger, in my 20s, I used to do Aikido, and I would practice for 3 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I got pretty good at it pretty quickly. I haven't done that for a very, very long time. I stopped when I was 27, and that's what I'm planning on doing. I'd be leaving to head out to the forest at 5:30 p.m. Monday to Friday and staying out there all day Saturday and Sunday. And I don't have anything to do. I don't really have the ability to have a life. So I'm going to be practicing 3 hours a day, 7 days a week, and for a lot longer on the weekends. Particularly when it's daylight out, because it's a lot easier to see and stuff. And I'm not going to let the winter stop me. I'm not going to let the ice stop me, or the risks of slipping and falling or anything like that stop me. I want to do it, and that's going to be my hobby. And when you know, people who go to class and stuff like that, they're always going to be better than I ever will be. I'll never be as good as they are, and they'll always be superior to me. So because of that, when I were to curtsy or bow or plié, I'm going to do it lower than they're required to do it, because I guess I'm lesser than they are. So I should bow lower. Okay, so anyway, this video channel is going to be like uncut, raw video of me learning how to do something that I have no idea how to do, and learning how to do it by myself, rogue. And it's going to show all my mistakes, it's going to show all my slips and falls, it's going to show me getting injured probably, you know, cuts, bruises, bumps, and stuff like that. You know, it'll be fun, and I'm sure anybody who does watch it, who does know anything, might actually have tips for me on what it is that I'm doing wrong when I do something wrong, because I'm sure that I will. And I'm sure that I'll pronounce things wrong, but I'll learn. So, up on the mountaintop, pretty soon, the snow is going to fall. It fell last year on November the 4th, and it might even come a little sooner now. It might even be snow before I even have to leave the shelter. And then I will be living as the Frost Queen Ballerina on a mountaintop in the winter, fighting to survive against the elements and trying to live coexisting with dangerous wildlife and learning how to practice ballet in a very dangerous area with rough terrain, boulders, rocks, and yeah, it'll be fun.